Hello, friends. It's Mrs. Durst, and today I'm going to talk to you about mandalas. Mandala is a Sanskrit word that means circle for the most part, and it's believed that the circle, when it's created in an artistic way, is very healing in a lot of cultures. And that's why mandalas typically are circles. And this is one that I worked on just for a little bit. And as you can see, it's both warm and cool colors. Remember, our warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. Pink also goes in there, peach, those kind of colors. The warm ones that when we look at them remind us of fire and candlelight. Cool colors, blue, green, and purple, and shades in those like light blue, lavender, very light mint green. Those are very cool colors. So when we're working on our mandalas and our X and our O pieces, remember, we're doing warm and cool, and one of our pieces will have a mixture. But today I want to talk a little bit about practicing how to create a mandala. And in our classroom, we might have some very specialized dotting tools, they're called, and I will teach you how to use those. But if we're at home, we can use Q-tips, some micro brushes that would have been sent home, and micro brushes are wonderful. These were developed for dental materials to put composites and bonding agents on teeth, but they're very, very tiny, but they are a little fuzzy brush, okay? Of course, we know what this is, Q-tip, and an old pencil eraser that I got flat by rubbing it down a little so that it was all flat on top. That's also a great way to create mandalas at home. Now, I created a palette of warm colors. So I used our acrylics. I have red, the bright orange, the bright yellow, the dark yellow, and the dark orange. These are all warm colors in the acrylics that we have at our ready. And we can even mix like a pink, which I'm going to do because I think pink is a very pretty warm color to add to our mandalas. So I'm going to visualize this practice. Today is just about practice. And what I'm hoping is when it's time to paint our rocks, we'll have this kind of understanding about how to do this. Okay, so let's get to the visualizer and let's try this together. Okay, so as you can see, I have my practice paper and I have circles here. I also have my plan, my project plan, and one of these is going to be warm colors here. So when I get to start to feel kind of good about this, I'm just going to work on that. Okay, so I'm going to use this eraser. And what I have noticed in a lot of mandalas is that the center piece of the mandala, or the center circle, is usually sort of large comparatively. So I'm going to use my eraser on my pencil, and I think the center of this dot, or this mandala, is I'm going to start with the red. So I'm just going to dip a little red in, move it around. Okay, and I have some on there, and I'm going to stick it right in the center and get a nice circle right there, just like that. Okay, try to get more center. I'm making mine a little bigger by just making a little circle with my eraser. I'm going to use the water just like I always did, and please make sure you have a paper towel. Okay, that way we can keep ourselves clean by just rinsing and wiping on the paper towel. And I just keep this in my other hand. Now for my second ring around my mandala, and I'll bring these out here so you can kind of see, I'm going to use yellow. the real bright yellow. So I'm using a Q-tip, and I'm going to put something at the top and at the bottom, at one side and then the other. And now the idea is I'm leaving a little bit of white in between my circles. Remember when we did our two colored dot art piece? We kept just a little white between our dots. This is the same idea. And now I'm going to go in between those, just like this, with my Q-tip, okay? And I'm going to bring this up to you so you can see, because that yellow is pretty light. All right, that's what I've got going. So the next thing I'm going to try to do is use my micro brush, one of my micro brushes. And it's the same idea with a micro brush. I'm going to use this dark orange over here. And I'm going to go just on the other side of all of my yellow ones. See how that works? Oh, that's fun. Very relaxing, actually. Okay, so I went, let me show you, around my yellow ones, just like that, in like the crevice between the circles. All right, and then I'm going to take the slightly lighter yellow, the ochre yellow, and put a dot in between those and work that around. Whoop. You don't want to press too hard. You could get a big dot like that. And you know what? That's okay. So what I think I'm going to do, since I made a mistake, is I'm going to enlarge all of this size and color of dot. And just work it around with my micro brush. Okay, right in between and right in between. Okay, so even though in a lot of ways I might not have gotten this just perfect, we definitely are making this look lovely. And then we're just gonna rinse this out. So we're just gonna keep practicing these mandala dots. And I think I'm gonna go back to my pencil and do this bright orange and go out to this side. Boom, 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 boom. And keep going around my mandala, okay? And then I can work in small dots in between that. So you have the opportunity to do 3 different mandalas and then one of the ones in your plan. So let's do that. Why I think this is important is this is not a perfect circle. So I'm going to be working in warm colors. The first thing I'm going to do is mix me up a little pink with a little bit of red mixed into my white. I'm just going to get a nice rosy pink. There we go. Okay. So now with your Q-tips, you really can't rinse these guys out. So you want enough Q-tips. You can see I have a little pile here for each color. So I think when I work on this mandala, what I want to just notice is that I'm not working in a perfect circle. None of the rocks are ever going to be a perfect circle. And even look at this one. This one even kind of looks like a hot dog. And I just worked in a circle, and then I put those little lines in with the micro brush, okay? Maybe let's do a few lines so that you get an idea for that. So I did my pink. So now I'm gonna go around my pink with some orange acrylic. I go up, the down, one side, the other side. Then I can fill in between. See how that works with my dots? Okay. Then I can take a micro brush If I want to do some lines, I'm going to use this red. I'm just going to it's getting a little dry because I have a hot light on us here. I'm going to do some lines with my micro brush. And you can see I'm working in all warm colors today, but I just want to get an idea of how this might look. Okay, so one of my lines is going to be a little smaller because my rock isn't completely circular, but I'm getting the idea, right? So our first round of creating a mandala is making original dots, I call it, the first layer of dots. Oh, I'm so relaxed. There we go. There we go. Okay. And what we will do next time is go back and give our mandalas a few little extra dots. Okay. And that will make them even more detailed. Okay. So until that time, take a little bit of your acrylic paint. You just need a little. And practice some mandalas on your practice paper, and then go ahead and in your plan, try it on one of those rock forms that you traced, okay? Until the next time, take care and enjoy making mandalas.